grabs a green flag to get us started here in Phoenix for the final race of our 3 races out west. Michael Waltrip already diving to the inside, and you're seeing Dale Jr. dive to the inside of him as well to make it 3 wide for the lead. Michael Waltrip is all of a sudden getting jumped all over on this restart. Not had a good start from the first row, and so far Jeff Gordon as well, forcing it 3-4 wide in the back. Everybody being super aggressive on this initial restart because this is the easiest time to gain positions. You're seeing Michael Waltrip immediately drop all those spots. He started on pole and is going to finish lap 1 just barely, not even inside the top 5, I believe, because I'm not looking at the right spot. Yeah, he finishes the first lap down in 6th place, Gary. So Michael Waltrip having a terrible start to this race, and that leaves Dale Jr. now, our leader, and Mark Martin, who's had a fantastic start to his season, in 2nd place.
Well, I don't think we expected much else as they're wrecking in the background there down the back straightaway down towards turn 3. Dale Jarrett's going to be involved, and I can't tell if they're avoiding it or, oh, it looks like a lot of cars are actually going to get through that, but there's certainly a group of cars that got a piece of it. Dale Jarrett being the main culprit there. That 88 UPS machine has a lot of damage. You know, it says ups, but, you know, I think it's going down after that one.
So coming off turn 2, you're going to see Dale Jarrett right here, 3 wide with Terry Labonte, and he just kind of turns up into the outside of Terry Labonte, and he goes spinning, hits Matt Kenseth. Matt Kenseth involved in that pretty heavily as well. Ryan Newman got some damage as well. Kevin Harvick, Johnny Benson Jr. looks like he got some contact in there. Jeff Gordon is already challenging again for the lead in this race. He might go and want to win 3 races in a row.
As a Jeff Gordon fan, I'm fine with him winning 35 of 36 races this season here as he heads down into turn 1, and he's going to easily clear that number 8 Budweiser machine. Jeff Burton slid up the track right there alongside Jimmy Johnson, who currently in his rookie season at this point in time having a career run so far.
This is probably not even inside the top 20. Oh, no, it is. Oh, they're wrecking right in front of him. Steve Park in the wall. Tony Stewart gets involved.
Oh,
Dave Blaney.
Jesus.
That's a big hit for Steve Park and some others as well. Tony Stewart. Call it almost. I don't know if that's commentator's curse or not, Gary, because I was saying he wasn't having. Yeah, he wasn't having a good day, and it went from bad to worse right in front of our eyes. Coming off turn 2, you're going to find Ward Burton and Dave Blaney make contact with each other, much like our first wreck, and that leaves Dave Blaney to go spinning. He hits Steve Park. Steve Park slides to the inside, hits Tony Stewart, who hits Todd Bodine, and everybody somehow, this entire pack back here who was flying, somehow misses all of our red cars. But Kurt Busch, Gary, he's making a move to the inside of Jeff Gordon. He's got some real speed on this long run, and he's, I mean, just easily to the inside, and might even just pass him right here. He does. Kurt Busch to the lead of this race. Jeff Gordon back down to 2nd.
Gordon has absolutely nothing for that 97. Actually, I don't think anybody right now, at least, has anything for that 97. Yeah, caution flies, and I don't know who it's for, as, yeah, I really have no idea. Maybe Dave Blaney in the 77.
So this wreck was a bit of an odd one. Gary caught it right. It was Dave Blaney, and it starts right here on the start of the back straightaway. Dave Blaney turns Stacey Compton a little bit. Stacey Compton comes back up the track, puts them both in the wall, and then they go and make contact again in the turn 1 outside wall. Pretty heavy contact for Dave Blaney, Stacey Compton as well. So that was a little bit of an interesting wreck, perhaps, Gary. A little bit of beef going on between those two. Jimmy Johnson, right off the restart, going to make a move on the inside of Jeff Gordon, try and fight him for 2nd place. Jeff Gordon, ever since he lost the lead, now showing a little bit of signs of struggling as well. Jimmy Johnson clear easily into 2nd place. He might even want to go challenge Kurt Busch for the lead of this race and get side by side with him into turn 3 and 4. He does to the inside as Jimmy Johnson to go and try to lead a race for the first time this season. He will off turn 4 to the not to the checkered flag, sorry, to the start finish line. He leads that time by 10 laps to remain here in stage 1. Jimmy Johnson now your leader.
And yeah, oh my goodness, Ricky Rudd just about had a bit of an accident there with Rusty Wallace, man. Just about got a little rusty right there.
That might get clear off the exit of the corner. He does, so Mark Martin slides into 2nd place. Oh, in the background, Rusty and Ricky again. Those two almost got into a crash a 2nd lap in a row. They made it work again, though. And Jimmy Johnson is looking to be in a pretty good position right now to grab this stage 1 victory, his first stage win of the season. Mark Martin did put on a pretty good challenge, though, only half a second behind now. Ricky Rudd and Ricky Rudd and Rusty Wallace once again. That's 3 times now in the last 5 laps. Those two have been going at it, but Jimmy Johnson wins stage number 1 here in Phoenix. Mark Martin gets 2nd place. Kurt Busch into 3rd place.
Mark Martin on the move here as well as.
Oh, Ricky Rudd finally got turned.
Luck is over because Michael
Mark Martin up and over, or Michael Waltrip.
Michael Waltrip, the Daytona 500 winner from when it was relevant here a long time ago, is up and over, and once again, oh, Dale Jarrett, oh my goodness, he decided he wanted to have some more fun here, and the caution's gonna fly.
Coming off turn 2, you're gonna see Michael Waltrip practically just dump Ricky Rudd, and he does, and they go sliding down to the inside wall. Michael Waltrip slides back up the track, gets hit by Jimmy Spencer, goes up and over, flipping down the front straightaway, or back straightaway into turn 3 and 4, and you're gonna see Dale Jarrett come sliding in here and make pretty heavy contact with a 10 car. Up and over goes Johnny Benson onto his side. He's so slow compared to everybody else around him. And there goes Jimmy Johnson getting turned by Bill Elliott.
Damn.
And Jimmy Johnson, he gets a big hit. A huge hit for Jimmy Johnson. Up and over the 48 goes. He is absolutely creamed. Up and over, dead. Jimmy Johnson went from having a fantastic race, was leading a bunch of laps in this race, to now DNF'd. That is a huge hit for the 48. You're going to see Jeremy Mayfield just pretty much turn Jimmy, and Jimmy gets spun and gets hit by Bobby Labonte, goes spinning down to the bottom, and then here comes Sterling Marlin, who just kills him, and he goes up and flying, hits Ricky Rudd, but up and over multiple times, up and over, just once again for a huge hit for Jimmy Johnson, who, Gary, after having such a fantastic start to this race, is going to end up with a very disappointing day. We've had over 10 DNFs at this point, or actually just a couple over 10. Oh, Terry Labonte, well, there he goes, Matt Kenseth, they're both up and over, huge crash, all of a sudden, holy heck, that...
Kenseth, what happened to Kenseth? That didn't look good. He's fine. Okay, I thought there was cars going to be running into the side of him as well.
Once again, turn 2, the Calamity Corner. This time it's Terry Labonte and Matt Kenseth, and you see them just kind of come together like we've seen before in this race, and these two hit the inside lane. They kind of just, their wheels lock together, and they go flipping and flying. Terry Labonte winds up getting the worst out of this. He's going to be DNF from this race with Matt Kenseth. He has a couple close calls. You saw the 23, the 11 right there, almost get close to hitting him, but he's able to just go up and over, go flying, go flipping, and drive away from it like nothing happened. Pit strategy has struck once again here in Phoenix. That gives Kurt Busch the lead of this race again as we get back underway, coming to lap 69. Nice as we cross the line. Now Jeff Gordon actually going to go right for the lead. Jeff Gordon has got some speed all of a sudden here. He is absolutely moving. Got right past, not even a challenge from Kurt Busch that time. But Jeff Gordon is going to get the stage win here in stage 2. Ryan Newman is going to come through to finish second once again in the stage. He will do it off the exit of turn 2 though. So Mark Martin's going to try and challenge for second place and then try and go run Jeff Gordon down. Back here in the background, still some battles going on. Kurt Busch lost some positions on the pit lane. Now battling side by side with Robbie Gordon. Jeff Burton back here with Rusty Wallace. I think we might see our leaders run down Tony Stewart and maybe some other lap cars as well. Oh my goodness, Mark Martin almost turned Jeff Gordon for the lead of this race. That was very sketchy for a moment. Great save by Jeff Gordon. And he's starting to lose a little bit of ground here to Jeff Gordon. He just can't. We've seen Mark Martin. Oh, in the background, Ryan Newman gets turned by Kurt Busch. And that's going to be an issue for Ryan Newman. He doesn't get absolutely dunked. He doesn't get absolutely killed. Anymore. But Ryan Newman is certainly going to lose a ton of positions out of this. Oh, in the background, there's another wreck happening as well. The 11, I think, just lost it by himself. Let's see. Let's look and see if the pace car is out on the track. Let's see. The caution flag is waving. And for Jeff Gordon, he should leave his blocks cleanly with the... No, he does not. He has to spend extra time on the pit lane. So that's going to leave Kurt Busch leaving the pit lane first. John Andretti might have also just beat Jeff Gordon off the pit lane. He did. So Jeff Gordon loses a couple spots on the pit lane. But let's go back and find a replay of what exactly just occurred. That Kurt Busch just gets into the side of Ryan Newman, straight up turns him to the inside wall. Luckily for Ryan Newman, though, all he does is hit that inside wall. He hits it pretty hard, but that's all luckily that happens to him. And in the background here, we saw Brett Bodine. We thought he got turned, or at least I thought he got turned by himself, but no, he does not. He gets help from Matt Kenseth that just straight up turns him around.
This could get a little bit interesting here as they exit turn 2, but it looks like no, that's actually going to be just fine as they head down this back straightaway. Oh, they're wrecking in the background. Joe Nemechek, front row Joe's now going to be Wallman Joe as they are wrecking down this back straightaway, and I'm sure the caution is out by now as we look. There it is, the number 25 of Joe Nemechek around.
Pit stop's finally happening here in Phoenix. Jeff Gordon and Jeff Burton on the pit lane. Our leader still out on the track. And I'm trying to find him, but I can't find where he is at. There he is, Dale Jr. pitting right there. So while we were gone, Dale Jr. and Jeff Gordon, they were able to get past. Oh, Mark Martin did stay out one more time.
But he
so
can
Mark Martin,
stay a little bit longer, can he?
Yeah, he can stay a little bit longer because he did pit after everybody else has pitted. So he's a little bit off sequence from our leaders. But that is going to wind up overall costing Mark Martin because he's still going to wind up being on old tires compared to our leaders. And so Dale Jr. did a fantastic job even staying out an extra lap of getting to the pit lane, getting through his box, and still retaining the lead of this race. But what we have to watch for is Mark Martin, who is either still on the track and has not. Yeah, there he is right there. He still has not pitted. So Mark Martin... Gary, could he be trying to make it all the way to the end of this? Oh, he might not make it now. He's got some contact with Mike Skinner, but they actually make it work. But as I was saying, Gary, do you think Mark Martin might be trying to make it to the end of this race? Couple laps, 3-4 laps have gone by, and he still has not pitted yet. It was around lap 100 when he pitted, and I don't think anybody else of our... Oh, he's pitting right now. Never mind. So throw that out the window. So Mark Martin does indeed pit on lap 145, coming to lap 146 in this race. So we'll have to wait and see if he was able to maybe... Oh, Robbie Gordon, who's having a fantastic race, has blown up, by the way. That is very unfortunate for him. He was having a fantastic race, was inside the top 5, and has now blown up. So Mark Martin is on the pit lane finally, though, so we'll have to wait and see. There's Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon has got past Dale Jr. We missed that. That was very unfortunate, but Jeff Gordon has absolutely gotten past Dale Jr., was able to run him down, get past him, and so has ultimately taken over what most likely will be the lead of this race. But Jeff Gordon up ahead is still struggling behind Bobby Hamilton and Casey Atwood. That time he tries to send it to the inside, does send it to the inside, forces Bobby Hamilton up, and Dale Jr. just now passed. Joe Nemechek, by the way, is absolutely hauling the mail right now. He's not on the lead lap, but he is absolutely hauling the mail. He's got something out of nowhere in that machine, and he might pose a threat to Dale Jr. here and make him lose some time to Jeff Gordon, who is just now getting done dealing with Bobby Hamilton.
3 laps to go here from Phoenix.
Kurt Busch,
one car in between.
Is here.
Yeah, you know what? Kurt Busch certainly is moving in that number 97, but obviously even with the fastest car on the planet, he could not get to that 24 with the time left and the lap traffic.
I don't know. Look at how fast he's moving. He got right past Dale Jr.,
it.
and he's getting right past Casey Atwood as well. If he can get past Joe Nemechek, but you're right. It may be a little too late.
Sprouts if he wins this race.
All right. Well, you know what? You might have to eat Brussels sprouts because he is there, Gary.
I take that back.
He is going to win this race. Kurt Busch has come out of nowhere and absolutely going to haul right past Jeff Gordon. Not even a fight. Gary has to eat Brussels sprouts. Kurt Busch hauling the mail is going to steal this from Jeff Gordon. White flag is in the air one more time around Phoenix. Gary, how do you feel right now?
As a Jeff Gordon fan, I have felt this same feeling many times throughout my life of Jeff Gordon throwing away a win within a couple laps left, and to all people to do it too, it had to be Kurt Busch who leads the way down the back straightaway for the final time. I called the bet off as soon as it got side by side, so therefore I don't have to do it. Kurt Busch, I mean, unbelievable run in the last couple of laps. He's going to come through to win in Phoenix and lock himself into the playoffs. What a drive. What a final 5 laps for Kurt Busch.
The bet's still on, by the way, so we're going to have to see a video of Gary eating Brussels sprouts. You can't cancel it like that. It's set in stone. Everybody comment and say that you want to see Gary do that. But Kurt Busch was on an absolute tear. He did a fantastic job, Gary, of getting the lead of this race away, stealing it from Jeff Gordon, and making sure Jeff Gordon could not sweep the West Coast swing. And it gives us our 3rd winner on the season in 4 races.